I was buried, mocked, memed, forgotten. They said I was too slow, too old, too cheap to chase. But time moves different when your blocks still breathe. You didn't see me, didn't need me, but you will. Oh, you will. Ghost chain.
Hey, what's up, Eric? How's it going? One sec, I'm trying to... wait for some people to get in here. What's up, Bitcoin Trasher? Ready for launch? It's possible. It's looking... it's interesting because Litecoin's one of the... it was leading and now it's basically back to where it was against the rest of the market. Like every chart besides Bitcoin and ETH, XRP is still a little bit weaker. But coming back up to test this level they were back at the end of September.
They said I was a clone.
But there is a decent, like, surprising amount of volume here compared to last time when we had liquidations, at least.
No one wrote me down.
It's different.
Still here, frightening.
Right, last time we had these liquidation events, like, you know, the CMF just stayed negative. Even though price pumped, there was hardly any volume at the lows. And I think just a increase in leverage, which eventually got wiped out. And here, there wasn't much. It was rallying on very low volume. Same with here, this period of like drop in disinterest. Even back here. But if we can continue this tomorrow, it looks decent. Like open interest still continuing down. People seem like demoralized. Like they just went out, and I think the hope in a V-shaped recovery is so low. I don't know. It's hard to gauge sentiment right now. People are saying everyone's bullish. I don't get that feeling. But I was just comparing some of these. Everything else. You started to see leverage come back in. Link. XRP. Where's XRP? Right, they're back at neutral funding rates. The leverage is helping these pump back up, and there's not much resistance here like there is for like one. So I don't know, we have a potential inverse head and shoulders here if like we can move up above this 101 level. Can move pretty quickly. I know there's traders like Joe guy tweeted about Litecoin today. He's been pretty accurate. His view is that this is gonna go sideways for a while. I don't know. It's like if you look on one time frame, the weekly, but we have major compression. I don't see how we can go another 6 months with not a breakout. It's possible. It's just seems unlikely to me. What's up, MK? Oh, yeah, I can turn the music. My bad. Should be better now. You're at a point where the market's indecisive, for sure. Like, had this initial rebound. And I really don't think the expectation is just to immediately reverse to new highs. So I think it's more likely than any time before. Plus, if you draw this like wick to body trend line, we're still compressing, even though this range seems wide and we had a massive move down. It's narrowing. This is the first time we've seen 3 days in a row of increasing volume, and this is on Coinbase, so I think it's the most legit exchange. So that's pretty unusual. Much higher than the previous wick down and retests. So definitely people buying here. Just need to see it follow through a bit, and then if we can break these highs, I think like 115 would be next. Yeah, 110, 115. Let's see the lower time frames. I don't know. This just looks so much different than before. Right? Major price drop, but bullish divergence on CMF. Did not happen here. It didn't even happen here where we reversed really rapidly. Against others are basically back to support. Really close. This is what we've done every time we've failed and rejected here. This came back down to this horizontal, what was originally resistance turned support. So I think recovery takes a few weeks, and by the end of the month, this breaks out. We try just dragging the green candle up with the mouse. Man, I wish we could just do that. But I don't know, it's hard not to be... Hard for me not to think max pain is just higher. We rarely ever see funding rates negative with this low of open interest on the long side. The only other time we saw this was here, but open interest is lower than it was back here. And we saw this vertical move, like a 30% move off the bottom. I think it's really up to, like, over the next few days, if we can break 101, 102, and just send, full send. I don't think many people expect that. Starship launches in 30 minutes. Nice. Let's see if Master's correct here. That would be hilarious if just reversed on Starship launch. I don't put any weight into those narratives. Those are things I haven't. It's like really speculative. I have no control over it or what anyone else does. I think Tony the Bull tweeted about, yeah, he did, about Litecoin earlier today. I don't know how often this happens, but touching both bands prior to expansion is what he says. What is what happens before a breakout. I don't know. Like if I look at the other charts, and CMF has been really reliable. Like ETH does not show this. Really, kind of does on the daily, but it did not have bullish divergence here on the sell-off like Litecoin did. It did on the daily. But yeah, even though price seems like Litecoin's lagging, I think one, it dropped way less than most altcoins, and others are just catching up to this point. And a lot of that's happening on far less liquid alts, with leverage coming back in. Like, let's look at CRV, because a lot of people talk about that. Is it the same level? It's Litecoin. But it kind of seems like the whole market is just gonna rip higher here, to be honest. And this is identical to Zcash. Whoops. Temp Litecoin's accumulation from CMF is way higher and way longer. But it's the same structure. This is in the 5th bounce from this triangle. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Breakout higher. It didn't take that long. Really, it was like a month and a half. From August to, well, yeah. It was only a month before it rallied up from the bottom of this trend line to breaking out. And Litecoin looks far more bullish on all the volume indicators. Plus, it's starting up from higher point respectively on the chart. So the breakout will have less resistance to clear. How do you guys feel? How's sentiment? What do you guys think sentiment is like right now? Because I see people posting that everyone's bullish, but I just don't see it. And honestly, if it is, it's just really narrow focused on crypto Twitter where people are always bullish. But broad-based interest is, bless you, is so low. Like, how is this euphoria? Or how is this, I can see it in other coins, but just not in Litecoin. Master said he spoke with Eric Trump. I don't know. Let's see one more day of positive price action with decent volume. And I think we're gonna just V out of here. Get back above the 50-week moving average. It's kind of acting as resistance. That's the area we keep like wicking up to. The lower time frames don't look great. We just need to see like an impulse out of here. But I don't know, like the pair charts. Like look at this divergence. It makes me think this is just gonna rip vertically out of here. Again, this is what we saw bullish divergence here. We're seeing it now. According to Chris Green, yeah, I don't know. That guy seems like he hypes up a lot of stuff. I wouldn't imagine that would happen, but who knows? It'd be crazy. This is the only other time we saw bullish divergence on the daily. Back at the bottom. Here. Saw it before I moved in 2017. It's more significant now. So I don't know. I don't know how traders can be so confident this is not going to break out soon. But I guess charting is somewhat subjective. So hopefully Litecoin can show some strength. again now, right? Like Litecoin was, people forget, but it was showing strength when the rest of the market cooled off. Maybe that can return. I think any bullish news catalyst, right? Maybe the ETF gets approved. Who knows? Anything. And it looks like something might be announced. That'd be like the most manipulative stuff, right? Announcing tariffs on a Friday, reversing them early, like on Sunday or before markets open, and then announcing the most bullish news ever after you liquidate everyone. This is even more significant on all these other exchanges. Kraken. And then also this increase in volume isn't happening for other coins. Like on Coinbase, it's happening for Litecoin, not ETH, not XRP. You're seeing declining volume, which is typical after a liquidation event. It was what happened with Litecoin in previous instances. But you're not, you know, Litecoin standing out as an anomaly. I don't even think Zcash saw this before it moved. The bottom here. Not really. It looks like Zcash is done for a while. I don't know how people don't take profits when they are holding Zcash that has no fundamental growth story. Was pumped. Is that major resistance? Is on a weekly 9. Topped on a weekly 8 previously. Zcash could return back to the lows. I don't know. NBK, you bought silver? Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying gold or silver unless I bought it super low. Look for something else. I wonder how ETF inflows have been for Bitcoin and ETH today. I only have like 30 minutes, but wanted to jump on here real quick. I'm gonna play something else.
Yeah. It's that part where nobody talking, but you still hear it breathing. Pressure don't make a sound till it cracks out. Yeah. Yeah. Whole market been holding its call. Ain't dead, just paused. Like God, his style. Everybody left when it got too calm. I stayed, I learned what quiet cost. Yeah. Ain't no hype, just hums in the basement. Block stack slow like patience. Charge flat line, but my faith in it. I'm used to the room getting vacant. They laugh when you build and it drop till they need what you build to get out. Pressure don't warn you, it whispers. One tick, then the whole thing flips. Now I've been tucked in the calm too long. Yeah. Can feel the wall stars singing songs. They don't see the heat till it fall they lands. They don't see the flash till it's gone. Yeah, pressure point close. Whole world leaning on its post. You can call it still, I call it low. Quiet got me froze. They scroll past proof like ads. Call fate delusion. Call time sad, but time stack stats. I watch the math and pressure build when nobody asks. Yeah. Yeah, keep saying it's over. That's cool. Even the grave can hold breath before the shoulder twitch. Pressure point. And the twitch just hit. They keep talking like it's sudden. Like I ain't mapped the blast radius 5 winters back. Like I ain't write the code, bury it under their arrogance. You don't set detonation, you schedule it. Yeah, this ain't luck, it's latency. Every L was latency. Watch the noise, took notes on the symmetry. Now the pattern hums back at me. Perfect pitch, perfect timing. They busy guessing, I'm reminded. I ain't chased nothing, I designed it. All these charts look random till you wide in the frame. All these keys look safe till you light up the chain. Pressure never broke me, baked me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause.
Let's look at gold and silver.
Pressure never broke me, baked me. They thought it was quiet, I was calibrated. Every pause, pinned in the map. Now the room glow white, detonation. 8 years of still hands, one line of code. You can hear the hum if you ever slow. Whole system built on borrowed hope. I just fed the truth to the circus smoke. They love to worship what they don't use. Talk conviction can't pay dues. I don't shout, I let
Yeah, these charts are straight vertical.
echo what I drew. Pressure never broke me, baby. They thought it was quiet.
I just wouldn't speculate on, like, I might own physical gold and silver at some point. See, I feel like it'd be hard for me to find people that would take it.
Funny thing about time,
Maybe they would.
it don't heal it home. You can't rush ignition. You just wait for the etiquette. They thought collapse.
Those are the most long waiting days.
This is what patience sounds like.
Uh,
Finally talks.
I don't know. I always just rethink through things. Yeah, look at charts. Zoom out on the higher time frames. I mean, invert the chart. This looks like one of the most reliable patterns, right? Descending triangle. I have a specific macro view where I think eventually we see an environment where there's much higher demand, not to speculate, but to use cryptocurrencies. That will take a while, but I have that view, you know, I'm pretty confident that people will get pushed into harder money out of a need to protect their living standards. I just view that it's relatively undervalued. So I don't know. I just think what's happening to Litecoin, even though it's taking forever, is basically the same monetization process Bitcoin went through early on, except I know that any moment, if we do see increased demand for blockspace, increased transactional demand, Litecoin's the chain to capture that. So don't have to rely on just speculative reflexivity and hype. To me, it just, you know, it might, worst case is it takes a lot longer. I think it's going to be really hard to displace Litecoin unless Bitcoin just, like, the whole idea totally fails. But I don't see that happening. But probably just like managing your own expectations. Or if it's too annoying, just take a break. Don't think about it, go do something else. I think it sucks for us because we consistently expect this to break out. And it doesn't. But usually, the longer this compresses and the more narrow volatility gets, the bigger the move out of it. And there really isn't, there's no other chart that has compressed on the 3-month time frame in a narrowing range, if you ignore the wicks. Like Litecoin, nothing else. Nothing else in crypto history, really. It's like 4 years. Doesn't have to lead to an explosion, but given the fundamental story, makes me lean hard into that idea. And given my expectation for this cycle, I think the probability increases. So I don't know, we're getting really close to the end of this range. Typically in these triangles, it does test about like 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, before breaking out. So either I think we consolidate here and break out later, or just be reverse out of here. Sorry about that music. That's
Used to need a call back, used to need a sign. Used to watch the numbers just to feel alive. Used to think the silence when I wasn't right. Now the quiet's peace.
yeah, I think central banks would like another, to try to, you know, have another gold-backed currency, because it's never really even backed by anything. It's just they can use the physical silver or gold as a way to reestablish trust, and then do the same thing over and over again. Really, you don't need a central bank if you just use a market-based money. Or they only can implement monetary policy if they can affect the supply of the money. That's how they manipulate the price or interest rates. So on a gold standard, if it was a real, the economy is actually operating on gold, the market would set interest rates, and there'd be no point for a central bank. So, yeah, they probably hoard it because they know the population's trusted this reserve fallacy idea over and over again. Let's wait till this daily candle closes and then probably log off. I think this will be a really telling week. Yeah, price is not moving, but there's a lot of coins changing hands here. So I think if we can break above this level, price should shoot up fast, 10%. And it seems like, to me, because funding rates are negative, and open interest is so low that the path of least resistance is higher to break this. Unless this changes. Think we go higher undercover? What did the AAII sentiment? This is October 9th. This guy posts some decent. Hasn't posted recently. What's up, Jack? I think we're just in a wait and see type of environment. Yeah, the government shutdown is lasting forever. %27 odds it's past November 16th. This is never gonna end. Does the SEC even work while this is happening? Government shut down until the bull market's over. It's interesting on Coinbase, the LTC BTC pair you did see this noticeable increase in volume that led to these rallies, and then just no interest. But here, volume spike right before the rally. I don't know. I feel like someone's been accumulating for a long time. Yeah, Jackson, I would agree. I see other people post that sentiment's super bullish, like this dude. But I think it died, given how many people lost so much money on that liquidation event. It's just hard to get a good read on sentiment. But I don't know, some of these other charts look bearish. Like they rolled over and they'll retest this level and continue down. The XRP looks like to me. BCH too. It would be hard for Litecoin to go up when Bitcoin goes down, but I don't know. Once we break out of this range, I think it's pretty easy for that to happen. I want to fast forward like 3 days and see what happens here. A lot of shorts are entering. I don't know how accurate these maps are. I don't know how accurate this data is. Yeah, fast forward, time travel.
I ain't need a crowd to clap, I know my sound. Watch 'em rise on noise, then come crashing down. Soul dreams in a moment, I built truth from the ground. When the lights fade out, I'm still around. They loud on the stage, but hollow in the soul. I'm silent in the work, turning pressure into gold. Patience ain't a weakness, it's a sign of control. The doubt and
I don't know, the inverse chart looks bearish to me. What's up, Naga?
They was trending on a lie. I was building what would last. They was fronting for the night. I was speaking to the past. Every loss I took turned the future glass. Now I see it clear, yeah, I'd outlast. I ain't bitter, I'm just certain. I don't chase, I pull the curtain. Let the truth breathe slow while the hype start hurting. All the false kings fall when the work's still working. They caught it luck, I caught it years. They caught it chance, I caught it tears. They can fade, I'm still aligned. Every test
Naga's been here a few times.
this is proof of time. Proof of grace, proof I never
I don't see many people with
proof I walked the true line.
that much conviction either way.
They move fast, I move right. Now it shows.
How's MicroStrategy doing? Looks weak.
Every timeline preaching the prophecy. Every feed got a new monopoly. Same pitch,
Jackson, you think we're about to rip?
lottery. Different
Say get over like 102 and then send back to 113 or pretty quickly. We're gonna have these same levels to overcome. Hopefully this buying down here is from some institutional interest. This is unique. Oh yeah, probably because it's birthday for Litecoin. It's trending on X. Well, we're gonna find out soon. What happens here? I'd like to see it come down a bit and try to break higher. Oh yeah, sure, Litecoin hash rate is still climbing, right? I don't think it means much. Just mining hardware kind of improves exponentially. Why can't I see the hash rate chart?
Every timeline preaching a prophecy. Every feed got a new monopoly. Same bitch, same face, same lottery. Different coin, same mockery. They don't love tech, they love trends. They don't see through, they just spend. They hype, but they don't comprehend. And it'll all come back to silence again.
Why'd it go vertical here? Was it because Bitmain released some new hardware or something? Higher, friends. Go get some Chipotle. Actually, I gotta go get food here too. I have something I have to go to that I'm going to in like an hour. Let's see if there's better liquidation maps here. Why does this show mostly?
It's a minute, but the ground remember. Now everything's waking up. I planted in the quiet when no one cared to look. Watered down with faith that the seasons took. Every way was a whisper saying not yet, bro. And the roots I built and hold me now below. They chase the fruit I learned in soil. They talk returns, I stay loyal. Time was a test that revealed the real. Now the ground itself knows how I feel. I can feel the leaves turn toward the light. What was buried now breathes at night. Didn't need a rush or beg to be seen. The harvest shows what the patience means. I used to wonder if the work was worth the pain. Standing in a storm just to feel the rain. Turns out the storm was a sign, not the curse. It was water hiding in reverse. Now I see green where the doubt once lay. The proof of years in the bloom today. Didn't chase the sun, just learned to stay. Now the sky bends down my way. All the time I thought was lost was roots growing under frost. Every fall just fed the ground. So even silence had its sound. Now it's showing slow and sure. Every scar turned to something pure. Didn't scream, didn't fight to be the truth. Grew tall and all gonna see. Yeah. Took years to bloom overnight.
Alright guys, I think it's gonna be pretty boring. But I wasn't doing anything, so I thought I'd jump on here real fast. I really just want to see continuation of... See break 102 with decent amount of volume. And then I think... Right now I think the odds of V reversal are way higher than most people expect. And we can immediately impulse out of here. I didn't think the wick was that deep on Kraken. Honestly, the fact that this went so deep makes me think that the upside is much higher. People who lost a lot are probably going to try to buy back their positions if this breaks higher FOMO. They'll be demoralized now, but scramble to buy whatever they can. Alright guys, yeah, have a good night. Nothing to really say here except I think the odds of your reversal increased after today. And even though it seems like Litecoin's not moving, it's literally in the same spot as everything else. Except Bitcoin and ETH. They all look the same. Actually, XRP looks weaker. To me. And if Litecoin can clear the highs, it has no real resistance, so let's see. Alright guys, have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. Well, we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with some good news.